Hey, how you doing? It's why you're working. Last week, my son-in-law had some time off because he had an operation on his shoulder. I work, but it's flexible. So I took a day off because I love driving through the Adirondacks. It's like everybody's got their favorite thing. I love taking a ride to the Adirondacks, stopping, having a beer somewhere, going to another bar, down to some lake, having lunch somewhere on a lake, driving around, whatever. All through, anyway, to make a long story short, my son-in-law calls me the night before and says, hey, my friend wants to go. He's going to take us. Great. I say, oh, fantastic. So I get there, and then his friend's got a brand new self-driving Tesla. Okay, I'm in Queensbury. This is up above Saratoga. I'm at my son-in-law's house. We hop in this brand new Model Y Tesla self-driving. The guy pushes in the GPS, or whatever you want to call it, Dakers, in Fourth Lake, which is basically, you go up to Warrensburg, go up, whatever it is, 28, all the way on up past Indian Lake, Blue Mountain, make a left, go down through Racket Lake Inlet, and then down near Old Forge is this bar, Dakers. So I'm saying to myself, this guy, he's full of shit. This ain't ever going to work. He's going to put some buttons into this Tesla, and this Tesla's going to self-drive. I'm saying, yeah. I don't want to say you're an asshole, but I just figured that's bullshit. We get in the car, he hits some buttons, bang, the car drives better than any human can possibly drive, and drives 70 miles to this bar, Dakers. And I wrote a book about driving, okay? I'll show it to you. It's called Road Juice, okay? I'll get it in a minute. But what I'm trying to say is that this car just changed all my beliefs about self-driving because it drove perfect, way up in the Adirondacks. Who knows how it knows? It's 18 cameras, it's watching the lines, it's doing everything. If you see somebody walking on the road that comes up on your video screen, the Tesla slows down, moves over in the other lane if there's another car coming. It just did everything perfect. So what kills me about this is my beliefs. It made me realize a lot of the stuff you believe is bullshit. Because for me, if anybody told me this Tesla could drive all the way up here, 74 miles up to Dakers and Fourth Lake, all past, Racket Lake Inlet, all this different things, Blue Mountain, all that, on a little country road, and it drove perfect. The only thing he touched was how aggressive or how slow you want to drive. There was a bar of like standard or chill or some other words, but it's basically just a slide bar of how aggressive you want to drive. So basically what this now, so these are my beliefs. Like, forget that that ain't possible. And then all of a sudden, it's possible. Now it makes you realize in a couple of years, everybody's going to have a self-driving car. In 5 years, there'll be no truck drivers. I mean, everything's changing so fast with this artificial intelligence and everything. And what I want to tell you, so all my beliefs, like I said, shattered my belief system because a lot of the stuff I believe is wrong. It's wrong, basically, because the world's changing way faster than you think. Now, when you're talking about work, it's going to be a big effect because work, what are you going to do for a living? We know cashiers are gone. We know toll booth people are gone. Pretty soon there's going to be any kind of data entry, that's gone. Any kind of, they say banks, there won't even be banks in 5 years, they say. I'm just saying, things are changing. AI. You got to pay attention to this AI. You got to start learning a little bit about it because you might as well say AI is to life now what the car was to the horse 100 years ago, or what refrigeration was to not having refrigeration. In other words, everything's changing. You got to pay attention to all these things. Think about where you're getting these beliefs from. That's a real big thing. And don't forget, all the information we're getting, about anything, it's really being paid for because they want us to buy shit. They want you to buy stuff constantly. They want you to work and just spend money, and everybody gets rich from the money you spend. Meanwhile, you got nothing. You got to think about the future, what you're doing with this money. You got to get assets. You got to stay up with the times. You got to learn. That's my gig for today.